how can you use AI on a simple way. So like Sir has written about controlling. Now most of you create decks, presentations today, right? Now, how many of you are still creating decks by opening a new slide, typing it out from a template? Probably you need not to. You have tools like Gamma and presentations.ai where probably you would articulate well and your deck probably will be written in 4 minutes. You just need to kind of, know that that could happen. So on your daily work as a preschool student, how can you use tools? And finally, foremost is that look at and start reading what's happening in the world. The best source of reading are LinkedIn and Twitter because every 2-day, 3-day things are happening. Subscribe to good people and try to make yourself aware. Right? The time that you spend in study has to be divided also to read what's happening out in the world because things are changing as you would know on a couple of days basis. So I shipped the model last week. I have shipped a better model last night. We are going to ship another model on Sunday. We used to ship once in a month. Now we are shipping twice or thrice, okay, in 2 days. So every day we are shipping once. So I would say these 4 things: A learner's mindset. B is that how can you spend and subscribe to tools, and there are tools out there, common ones and some complex ones. How can you bring it in your daily lives? And also, how are you aware that what's happening in the world? Do you know what's CloudBot, or how Cloud Code can be helping you in your preschool assignments and things like that? So I think these will be my few things. But ladies and gentlemen sitting there, right, who are listening very intently to me, this is an earthquake. Okay, and if you are not careful in earthquake, you might get crushed in a rubble. So treat it like that with that urgency. I am reinventing my company with that urgency today, right? I'll just hand over to you. In the last 3 months, we have done 8x AI revenue that we did in the last 2 quarters. So it's like I am reinventing myself in my early 30s again. So should you guys,
Yeah. Thanks, Abhishek. Please. I'll take a note from you. As you said, it's an earthquake. When earthquake comes, you will be more and more careful about it, and you will show urgency. That is what for our students, that it's a time to show urgency, whatever you are doing, and figure out which tool we are using. So I'll go next to Dr. Amey. Dr. Amey, over your vast experience, you are consulting a lot of organizations, and you are seeing how digital footprint of each organization is changing, and you are also seeing the challenges or demands they are bringing in when it comes to consulting them. What you suggest our B-school students that, okay, these steps or this is the roadmap which they should follow?
Thanks, Sujit. Namaste and good afternoon to everyone. I hope I'm audible. And thanks, Sujit, for that very lovely and very interesting question. Before I get to that answer, let me just ask one very interesting question to all of you sitting here. How many of you think AI can replace you? Can I just get a raise of hands? I repeat the question. How many of you think the AI will replace you? Is your answer dependent on ignorance or confidence? Is it that none of you think that AI will replace you? Is it you are that ignorant or you are that confident? Possibly you didn't hear what Abhishek just said. So let me think about it, ponder on that point. A second question, just for me to get a basic level understanding that at what level you guys are. Apart from ChatGPT, which other tools do you use? Or forget about use, how many of you at least know there is something like this exists? Let's just count. ChatGPT is 1. Gemini, no, more than, let me just count. Okay, 2. Gemini is 2. 3. 4. 5. Canva is not okay. Chalo. ठीक है, फिर भी I give you 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. Jasper 12. खत्म? एनएडी हो गया था? Guest Park 13. And we have what, somewhere around 60, 65 of you? Right? 65 of you? Roughly? Okay. And 65 of you who I call privileged individuals because you have access to internet 24/7 and you think you are ultra modern tech savvy generation. You think yourself Gen ABCD 1 2 3 4 whatever you want to call it. But 65 of you cumulatively counted 13. Shame on you. The reason I am saying 3.5, let's say just 30th November 2022 was the day when ChatGPT was launched. Today we are just 38 months in that entire journey of AI tools. Do you even know how many such AI tools are there as of today? Any random number? 10, 15, 13 was something that cumulatively you could count. How many AI tools would be existing? अरे बोलिए लगाने लगा था नहीं 100 200 1000
8,000 plus
8,000 अब थोड़ी सा औकात बढ़ाओ 3 lakhs 10 lakhs चलो 10 lakhs one today morning. Now listen to me way more carefully because what Abhishek said I'm just gonna add to it. Today morning's number is 1,68,07,000 AI tools is today morning. Now let me answer your question on consultancy. I just did a very small math before I came to this. I divided this number by 38 months, further divided by 30 days a month, and even further divided by 24 hours. So every passing hour, as he rightly said that he is launching a couple of models in the 2 days, 411 AI tools/models are launching every hour. And my dear friends, who consider themselves ultra modern, who consider themselves tech savvy, do not even cumulatively know 13. And that's where it's not an earthquake, it's tsunami, whatever you want to call it, and it's not delta difference, it's Gibraltar of difference. And that's where, my dear friends, you need to be cautious. It's just, you know a little. You have not even seen a trailer. And that's my pertaining need for it. Now we're coming to the consultancy part of it. Trust me not, people who are already in their paper-friendly domain. I take a pride in saying that I'm a consultant to Pune Municipal Corporation. And last year, Pune Municipal Corporation calculated property tax using AI. Income tax department, Maharashtra state, I am a consultant there, and we calculate state PAN versus GST with and find frauds with AI. My question and rhetorical to many of you, if paper-friendly organizations like these, orthodox organizations like these are also shifting to AI, when would you? That's the entire gamut of things. Stop, for God's sake, understand that cumulatively we all are in crisis, and trust me, it's not a fear-mongering that I'm doing. You would have read 2 days back, one company, one AI tool launched 3 plugins. I'm not saying 3 tools, 3 plugins in one tool. And cumulatively, IT stock market across the globe crashed by 20%. Indians were around 6 to 8%. But again, Indians are anyways late entrants in the game. So possibly next week Indians will fall because it's a late entry always. So my point to you is understand एक tool का 3 plugin में इतना हुआ. Understand क्या क्या होगा. And again then I'll repeat my question. How many of you think that AI can replace you? Possibly a janitor in this college can also be worried about it. Because his or her job can also be at threat. But a silver golden lining in this entire thing is AI is not going to replace you. A person from your own field who knows AI will replace a person. And that's the only silver lining that we all have today. So get over your rosy romantic days and accept the reality that it's not an easy cakewalk for you. At least people who are sitting here, at least are 10, 12 years or in this case 20 years of career is over. But fortunately or unfortunately, yours is about to start. So more than us, it's you who have to be way more ready in this entire game. And extremely sorry if I have hurt anyone, but if I have hurt, that was my job. Thank you so much.
Dr. Amey, now I'm sure our student might have understood urgency kitni hai. So let me bring a light towards Mr. Arun. Mr. Arun, you have seen financial industry in length and breadth. We have heard two different domains. What do you feel? What is now changing in financial, and where it's going to go in next 2 to 3 years?
First of all, काफी लोग डरे हुए हैं. People are little frightened. So let me lighten it down. You guys have seen dinosaurs going away, right? So dinosaurs were having sleepy creatures. So trying to wake up, that is what my two fellow panelists are trying to tell you. It is not to be डरना नहीं है. Einstein also told us survival of the fittest. So you are the fittest, what do we say, social animal available. We need to say human. Thirdly, we are ever evolving. This AI is also developed by us. People like you and me, they have developed AI. The only thing they want to highlight is, see, I have seen 24 years of evolving of financial industry. I remember sitting in a room with RBI director कि paperwork India में खत्म नहीं हो सकता है. We have seen the paperwork is going away. So, gone are the days when you will write exams. You will be doing exams on AI only, where your intelligence would be tested. So, unfortunately, AI is not going to replace the human brain which you are having. So, idea of this panel is to tell you, start using your brain friend. वो रट्टा से तोतू रट्टा से अब काम नहीं चलने वाला है. You have to think. You have to be what we say, innovative. And now coming on to the question, I'll just tell you, we as an organization, if you would have read the results last week, they came out. We started implementing AI 6 months back, and we just did it on our 10% of our database, and 2 crore calls were made by the chatbots, which humanly is impossible. I would need around lakh or 2 lakh of people to do these calls. These were done within 6 months, and we generated 10% of our business of last quarter, and we have not implemented this fully. So what the panel is telling you is, कि sitting job अगर चाहिए तो please, this is not the time. People would be required who are skilled, who know how to use AI, and choose your sector with passion. But AI is the tool to develop, and आप अपना brain use कीजिए, AI can be implemented. At this age, at 25 years of experience, I was just hearing when we were discussing, I have to run faster. Like you would have this management theory you had listened. कि line is also running, the hiran bhi bhagta hai. So for the deer, it is matter of survival. He has to run faster than the lion. So AI is the lion. You have to run faster than it. But positive side is AI is being developed by humans only, and the human Mukesh Ambani has same brain what you and me have. The only thing is usage of it and how to use it. There can be Dawood Ibrahim who use it negatively. There could be a Mukesh Ambani who uses it positively. A Mukesh Ambani would who's had, I think, more than 10,000 companies he has. So he would need 10,000 CEOs who can use their brains and use this AI for his benefit. So the brighter side is it. आपको बहुत डरा दिया गया तो brighter side is this. But अब किताब पढ़ के नहीं चलेगा दोस्तों. You have to learn. I am also learning every day. Like everybody told you, internet is 24/7 available to you. I remember when I used my first computer, it was a very heavy in my school days. And आधा घंटे के लिए यूज करने के लिए मिलता था for 40 of us. Now it is in your hand, on your phone, smartphone. Unfortunately, the phone is getting smarter, but the person who is using it for reels, For social media, that is not the use. Use it smartness. आप फोटो खींचते हैं बहुत अच्छी बात है. Use it smartness, and nobody can overtake you if you are not evolving every day. Like 3 plugins are told, 3 plugin ने दुनिया हिला दी. So what were those plugins? Get into that. Can you create more plugins? And last example I want to give you, the person who designs Rolls-Royce radiator is working in Pune. Rolls-Royce का radiator जो बनाता है, and he is uneducated. He has not done formal schooling. But when I communicated with him, I had to fund him around 3.5 crore rupees. Imagine he applied for a loan of 3.5 crore. उसको English लिखना नहीं आता. He was simply speaking. And he knew that radiator better than the PhD holder in that who was helping him out. He was learning from him. So bookish knowledge is not going to help you. You have to evolve yourself. That is what I mean to say. And financial industry is evolving. The desktop job is not going to. Desk job is not going to be there. Sales. Innovative sales, revenue is the ultimate thing for a company. When you move into, if you search, all the panelists would agree with me. When you sit in front of the board of directors, so everybody wants revenue. So how to increase revenue, how your role can increase your value in the company, and how you can increase the revenue is going to matter, right? That is it. I think the topic is itself vast. We can go on with that.
Absolutely.
On that.
Thank you, Arun, for your. I'll go to Dr. Shubhangi. In specifically when it comes to research field, you might have seen there are a lot of new tools, a lot of a new thought process is being inculcated, and a new way of doing the research itself is popping up. What is your message to our BE students that what they should be worried about and what they should do as a counter, what they should quickly learn to cope up with the future, specifically when it comes to your vertical?
नमस्कार, गुड आफ्टरनून. टाइम आगे पीछे थोड़ा सा मतलब लोग थोड़ा सा बातें कर रहे हैं. चलो, अभी जो क्वेश्चन सर ने पूछा है बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है कि हम सब लोग, अगर हमारे इंडिया का बैकबोन क्या है तो वो है एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर. अगर बैकबोन नहीं है तो हम लोग खड़े नहीं हो सकते, राइट? सो यू नो द व्हाट इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ बैकबोन. So agriculture sector is the backbone of our nation, our India, our country. Not to our country, throughout the our world. World का अगर backbone कोई पूछे तो मैं कहूँगी वो हमारा agriculture sector है. जैसे कि अभी आप लोग देख रहे होंगे, मतलब सुनते भी हम लोग न्यूज़ पढ़ते हैं कि फार्मर्स कहाँ पे सफर हो रहा है. मतलब नाउअडेज अगर मैं जितना फार्मर में घूमती हूँ ना, लास्ट फ्रॉम द 18 ईयर्स मैं फार्मर के साथ बहुत ज़्यादा कोरिलेट करती हूँ. तो फार्मर का एक ही प्रॉब्लम है, ट्रेडिशनल मेथड से अभी खेती नहीं हो रही है. इट्स ट्रू. क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? बिकॉज द मेन इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट, एग्रीकल्चर अगर खेती करनी है हमें तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट क्या है? सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है सॉइल एंड वाटर. सॉइल एंड वाटर को हम लोग चेंज कर सकते हैं? नहीं, कभी नहीं हो सकता. मेरी अगली पिछली कितनी पीढ़ियों से वही सॉइल में हम लोगों ने काम किया है और जो बोया है वहीं पे हम लोगों को जो भी कुछ मिला है. वी आर नॉट चेंजिंग द सॉइल एंड वाटर. तो हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं? मॉडिफाई कर सकते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ AI. सो आप लोग पूछ रहे मैडम मॉडिफाई कैसे करेंगे? सो मॉडिफाई ऐसे करेंगे कि उससे पहले आपके पास डेटा एनालाइज करना पड़ेगा आपको. हिस्टोरिकल डेटा, करंट डेटा, जिसे हम लोग कहते हैं रियल टाइम डेटा पे काम करो. अगर आपके पास रियल टाइम डेटा मतलब एन नंबर्स ऑफ अभी जितने भी राइस पे सब लोग बैठे हैं उन्होंने वही कहा कि पेपर वर्क. इट्स ट्रू, पेपर वर्क अभी वही होता है कि डेटा मेंटेन करना. सब ने मुझे क्वेश्चन पूछा कि रिसर्च आर्टिकल, मैंने जितना अपना लास्ट फ्रॉम द 14 to 15 ईयर तक मैं कंटिन्यूअसली R&D में काम करती हूँ, रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट में काम करती थी. एन नंबर्स ऑफ पेपर मुझे पढ़ने पड़ते थे, बुक निकालने पड़ती थी, लाइब्रेरी में जाना पड़ता था. मतलब 24 आवर्स तक पढ़ी तब भी मुझे सोल्यूशन नहीं मिलता था कि व्हाट कैन आई डू. मतलब इतना मतलब बहुत प्रॉब्लम था. बट अभी ना थ्रू द हेल्प ऑफ जितने भी सर ने अभी नाम बताए, जीपीटी चार्ट हो, जेमिनी हो, तो वहाँ पे हम लोग जाते हैं और जब हम लोग क्लू प्रॉपर डालते हैं उसको कि क्या क्वेश्चन है तो वो क्वेश्चन का आंसर हमें प्रॉपरली इमीडिएटली मिल जाता है. दिस इज द हेल्प है हमें जैसे कि सर ने अभी बोला कि स्मार्टफोन का हम लोग यूज करते हैं रीड के लिए, सेम थिंग मैंने मेरे फादर को वही बोला कि आप लोग जो स्मार्टफोन का, और आजकल सबके जेब में स्मार्टफोन है, बट उस स्मार्टफोन का यूज सिर्फ इंस्टा एंड फेसबुक के लिए हम लोग करते हैं, रील्स देखने के लिए हम लोग करते हैं। मैं कहती हूँ कि वो करो, बट 1 घंटा खुद के लिए दे दो। जो भी प्रॉब्लम हमें आ रहे हैं उसके सॉल्यूशन आपको मिलने चाहिए। सो pH ऑफ सॉइल, pH ऑफ वाटर, वो अगर आपको पता होगा कि सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल मैं अभी पोमोग्रेनेट मुझे प्लांटेशन करना है, सो यू शुड नो कि उसके लिए सॉइल कैसी चाहिए, बिकॉज नाउअडेज पोमोग्रेनेट को रेड बहुत अच्छा है। हाउ आई नो कि पोमोग्रेनेट के लिए रेड अच्छा है? बैक डेटा, जब मैं एआई को कहती हूँ कि मैं जब वहाँ पे डेटा एनालिसिस करने के लिए जब मैं डालती हूँ मेरा हिस्टोरिकल डेटा, प्रेजेंट डेटा, दैट टाइम एआई गिव मी अ स्पेसिफिकली कि नहीं, अगर आपको पोमोग्रेनेट की खेती करनी है तो उसके लिए ये सॉइल चाहिए, उसका सॉइल का पीएच ये चाहिए, दिस काइंड ऑफ द सॉइल क्वालिटी चाहिए, वाटर का पीएच इतना चाहिए। सो आप प्लांटेशन पोमोग्रेनेट का कर सकते हो, अदरवाइज नहीं कर सकते। तो सेम वे, अगर जैसे कि है हमारे यहाँ पे 3 सीजन होता है एग्रीकल्चर में। 3 सीजन कौन से वी ऑल गाइस फ्रॉम द एग्रीकल्चर बैकग्राउंड, 3 सीजन कौन से होते हैं हमारे? राइट। तो खरीफ में अभी लगाना है, खरीफ में कौन से क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न होता है? मोस्टली महाराष्ट्र, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द एनी अदर स्टेट। मी हिंदी में मैं इसीलिए बात कर रही हूँ क्योंकि वी आर द एग्रीकल्चर पर्सन, और हमारा मतलब कि एंड यूजर हमारा जो है वो फार्मर है। फार्मर के साथ हमें हिंदी हमारी लोकल लैंग्वेज में ही हमें बोलना पड़ता है। इफ हम लोग जहाँ वहाँ पे जाके अगर उसको मतलब इंग्लिश में बोलेंगे तो बोलेगा मैडम आपको और मेरा तो कुछ नहीं होगा, चलो आप चलते हैं फिर। सो ये वाला एक कनेक्शन किसमें होता है? लोकल लैंग्वेज। जितना आप अपनी भाषा में बात करो, अगर मैं सपोज नाशिक में गई हूँ और मैं नाशिक में जाके अगर उनसे हिंदी में बात करूँगी, बोलेगा नाही मॅडम नाही जमणार तुमचं माझं, आपण भेटूया परत नंतर। सो लाइक दैट, म्हणून मी तुमच्या बरोबर इसीलिए मैं आप लोगों के साथ हिंदी में बात करती हूँ। हो सकता है यहाँ पे बहुत सारे बच्चे हो जो अदर स्टेट से भी हो, इसलिए मैं हमारी राष्ट्रीय लैंग्वेज में बात कर रही हूँ। सो प्लीज खरीफ में कौन से हम लोग लेते हैं मोस्टली?
राइस, मेज, कॉटन, सोयाबीन।
ओके। सो कॉटन के लिए किस टाइप की सॉइल चाहिए होती है? ब्लैक कॉटन की सॉइल होगी तो वहाँ पे कॉटन आएगा, उसमें बिल्डिंग आएगी आई होप, अगर ब्लैक कॉटन ही होगी तो। वाटर होल्डिंग कैपेसिटी बहुत ज्यादा होती है, तो इसका सॉल्यूशन मुझे कौन देगा? ये कौन बताएगा मुझे? विद द हेल्प ऑफ, हम किसकी हेल्प ले सकते हैं इसमें? राइट, एआई की हेल्प ले सकते हैं। तो जहाँ जहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, मतलब कि लाइक दैट स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द सोइंग टू हार्वेस्टिंग, हार्वेस्टिंग के टाइम पे भी इफ अगर मैं आज हार्वेस्टिंग करना चाहूंगी और रेट आज का अच्छा नहीं है, सो ये मुझे कौन बताएगा आपको हार्वेस्टिंग कब करनी है? राइट। सो मतलब हर एक स्टेज पे स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द सोइंग टू हार्वेस्टिंग, हर एक स्टेज पे अगर मुझे कौन हेल्प करने वाला होगा? एआई। अगर हम लोग प्रिवेंटिव में अगर हम लोग डिसीज कंट्रोल के लिए काम करेंगे, बेटर है या नहीं है? कोरोना के टाइम पे क्या किया था हम लोगों ने? प्रिवेंशन में काम किया था। सो प्रिवेंशन इज बेटर देन द राइट। सो ये हेल्प कौन करेगा? आजकल बहुत सारे एप्स हैं हम लोग मोबाइल में, जैसे कि मेरे फार्मर्स तो मतलब राजस्थान गुजरात में भी है, तो मुझे कॉल करके बोलते हैं मैडम मतलब क्या होता है, साइंटिफिक लैंग्वेज डिफरेंट होती है, फार्मर की लोकल लैंग्वेज डिफरेंट होती है। जिसे मैं थ्रिप्स कहती हूँ, वो लोग उसे मच्छर कहते हैं। तो अभी मच्छर मुझे कैसे समझ में आएगा मच्छर मतलब क्या है? सो रॉन्ग, अगर प्रिडिक्शन मैंने कुछ उनको गलत बोल दिया, एक्चुअली प्रॉब्लम दूसरा है, तो ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कौन करेगा हमारा? अगर मैं उनको एक ऐप दे दिया, सर आप इसमें एक फोटो क्लिक करके दीजिए, मुझे भी बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, इमीडिएटली आपको वहाँ पे सॉल्यूशन मिल जाएगा। मतलब सपोज मैं किसी मीटिंग में हूँ, अभी मीटिंग में हूँ, मेरा पता नहीं मुझे 10-12 मैसेज आ गए होंगे वहाँ पे, तो मेरा फार्मर तब तक तो वेट नहीं कर सकता। सो उसको इमीडिएटली सॉल्यूशन चाहिए, वो सॉल्यूशन कौन देगा? डॉक्टर शुभांगी नारकर से बेटर सॉल्यूशन कौन दे रहा है अभी? एआई। सो ये वाला जो है, ये वाला फॉर द एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर प्ले अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल। हम लोग घर में देखो बोलते हैं मम्मी को क्या फीकी दाल बनाते हो मम्मी रोज रोज, आज तड़का दे दो, तो एग्रीकल्चर का तड़का कौन है? एआई। सो ये वाला जो है, ये वाला इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। आजकल मतलब एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में ये पॉसिबल हो रहा है, लाइक कि महाराष्ट्र में कुछ अगर जाओ आप तो नासिक एरिया इस थोड़ा मॉडिफाइड एरिया है, वहाँ पे जितने भी लोग काम करते हैं फार्मर, वो इजराइल में जाके खेती सीख के आते हैं। सो दैट काइंड ऑफ द थिंग हैपेंड इन द नासिक। सो नासिक के साथ, नासिक को फॉलो करने वाला गुजरात है, गुजरात, राजस्थान, दैट काइंड ऑफ द पीपल, एमपी, बॉर्डर है नासिक, तो ये वाले लोग थोड़ा नासिक वालों को थोड़ा सा एक रोड मॉडल की टाइप में देखते हैं उस फार्मर को, और उस हिसाब से वो काम करना अभी उन्होंने शुरू किया हुआ है. सो लाइक दैट कि मुझे आपको यही बोलना है, मतलब एक सर का जो एक क्वेश्चन था कि रिसर्च में आप क्या करते हो, मतलब हाउ टू, तो मैंने, मुझे लगता है आई होप कि वो क्वेश्चन का आंसर आपको मिल गया होगा थ्रू द हेल्प ऑफ द एआई, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस. ये सब करके यहाँ पे हम लोग सॉल्यूशन निकालते हैं, एंड सॉल्यूशन निकाल के जो फार्मर को राइट वे में राइट टाइम पे सॉल्यूशन देना चाहिए वो लोग हम लोग करते हैं. सो अभी इसके बाद मेरा एक सेशन भी है, सो ऑन द सेम टॉपिक, सो उसमें हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा और डिस्कशन करेंगे. तो ये टाइम के हिसाब से थोड़ा सा मैं यहाँ पे रुकती हूँ. सो थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you.
So from next, I'll just ask only one question to all of you. उसके बाद हम जो भी क्वेश्चंस होंगे हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए वो आपको अर्जेंसी समझ में आ गई है, आपको सॉल्यूशन समझ में आ गया है. हम यहाँ पे कोई शायद डराने की कोशिश नहीं कर रहे हैं. It's just we are all trying to telling you in some form that yeah, please gear up quickly and understand what is happening in the market and adopt it as quick as possible. That is what we are trying to tell you. A good news, let me tell you. That's where I was. My second question is, in the trend in the technology, I guess Abhishek will agree, the mid-management is going on in all the sectors, correct? And you might be seeing the young talent is picking the spot, correct, in all the sectors. Now, especially in your sector, Abhishek, what is happening as such that you know where and what you seek for from the young talent, what you seek from the young talent that hey, I need this, because we all know industry wise the mid management is going now away. So what do you think our management student should know that okay, if you have these 2 to 3 qualities, you are capable of moving upwards or coming to a leadership role? Over to you.
Oh, very good question. So before I answer the qualities that, so a little bit background that all of you in the room would have come from my software. So ASM uses my software to run their entire admissions. So you are all like a outcome product of my product, Extra Edge. Yeah, so a big round of applause to Extra Edge. You all got admission through that software. I think I would like to answer, but before that, like I'll take 2 minutes to talk about that. When there is a danger of an accident, there is a symptom behind that. The symptom is that you are driving fast on a highway beyond that speed. You also need to understand that when we and doctors talking about that you may get obsolete, basically at an economics level, what's happening? Let me kind of throw some light there and then answer the question. All of you here aspire for a good salary at the end of your PG trips over. All of you, like raise of hand, all of you want good salary, right? Not all, okay? Why do employees pay salary? Employees pay salary to get work done. So let's take the example for financial services. There is a telecaller who graduated from like a commerce college and he joined as an entry-level caller for insurance in Bajaj Finance. His salary is 30,000 rupees. His target is every day you are going to make 40 calls for recovery for loans for people who are defaulting in loans. This is your script. You need to make 30 calls in a day. And then you need to update the CRM saying that these people are defaulting and then you have to send them a WhatsApp message or email. Right? So this is a very, I would say, a basic job. Now let's take an advanced job. So one of my own friends works in McKinsey, makes a 7-digit salary. He works in petroleum sector. So he works with companies like Shubhangi Narkar and Keynes and things like that. Spends most of his time in Dubai and in the fields in South Africa. And his job is to understand and research that where is the pattern to drill more further. Where we should be helping companies like Schomburger through research to drill more. So he understands socio-economic pattern, climate change and things like that, right? I had a word with him a few days back. He's himself scared because he thinks he might get fired. right? Because a lot of primary research that he used to do by looking at things is being done by an internal AI software that McKinsey has built for themselves. They call it their own AI GPT on top of cloud and on top of chat GPT, right? So the work that he used to do, 4 engineers from Anthropic and 5 engineers from OpenAI who work in OpenAI are sitting at McKinsey office in New York and doing it. They are called forward deployed engineers. They're sitting there and doing that job for them. So software was used in companies which will help employees to become productive, get more efficient, right? You all agree? Now, if the software can do the job which the human used to do, then immediately the salary of the company is the target market. So if I was paying 2 crore rupees for telecallers and I had to employ 100 or 200 telecallers to make 30 calls a day, and it's a headache to manage those people. Managing people is a big headache, right? If I can replace that by AI, why do I need to pay that salary? I would invest that money in software. That is the problem, guys. दिक्कत वहाँ हो रही है. जिन चीज का आपको पैसा मिलने वाला था, जो काम आप करते, वो काम आप AI कर सकता है. इसलिए वो पैसा शायद आपको नहीं मिलेगा. So now the question is, and I wanted to touch on that important aspect, right? It's a economic change, guys. It's not a technological change. Technology is moving it forward, but it's a change in economic order. Why will people pay you and what they will pay you for? And I think now I'll answer your question that what will employers pay you for? Employers will pay you for what we call it judgment. Simple example, right? Ma'am is a doctorate in agriculture. ChatGPT gives her an answer that potentially there could be white soil also for cotton. Will she trust it blindfoldedly? No. She will apply her own judgment. Whether this answer really makes sense, because AI can also hallucinate. There was a very important case where AI convinced a researcher in New York Times that this quote was written by William Wordsworth, the poet, but this quote was written in a book of Ernest Hemingway, in Old Man and the Sea. And he convinced it, he published it, quoting. It's a William Wordsworth quote, and somebody pointed it out. This is not a poem. This is from Old Man and the Sea. You don't know, right? So judgment will become very important, right? How you not blindly copy what AI is saying. It's assisting you, so applying your own judgment, and judgment comes from learning and knowledge about things. So domain knowledge, as you see on the panel from financial and agriculture, will never go away. So double click on that, get more domain knowledge, and use AI to get that domain knowledge. Don't expect AI to get that knowledge for you. AI will give you information and insights. Knowledge will use for judgment. So that's one thing that I will look. Hard work is not going, guys, anywhere. So if you think that you will become lazy because AI will do all your work for you, yes, partly, but your job will be to find different ways to work hard, to learn those skills, as he rightly said, where you would not be replaced by an AI, but a human who knows how to do your job well using AI. So you better learn those skills. So I would say hard work is not going anywhere. Third, I would say, and again I'm repeating it, a learner's mindset and curiosity. Why? Why people are talking about this? And here I would say you need to have a tinkerer's mindset, not a learner's mindset. Every non-technical person that I know of, I used to do machine learning and data science and building financial models for HSBC. Back before that, I was a quant. I used to build financial models for the bank, right? In London, spent 6 years there, right? That's where we used to use machine learning and pattern recognition and all of those things. But today, I would say that, playing with AI, building things up, going in, you need not code, you need to give instruction to it. So play with tools, and not only ChatGPT, use Lovable, use Bolt, code something up, do your MBA assignment using a web app, build that. The only way to experience AI is to experience it. And fourth and final, I would say is that have a mindset towards your career, of a very curious person, right? Be curious about things and then work hard. I would say that all my guys who are entrepreneurs and CEOs in our age, in the early 30s, there's a common thing about everyone, right, from somebody like me to a Dipender Goyal, right? They work really hard, they're super curious, okay? Because this curiosity will transform to what kind of questions you are asking to AI, which we call prompt engineering. Prompt engineering क्या है? Prompt engineering ability to articulate and ask intelligent questions. वो आने के लिए subject matter expert, and curiosity, that AI will not take away from you. So I think these 4 things I will talk about: A, judgment, that not trusting; B is super tinkerer mindset, curiosity, and I would say hard work. I think ये 4 आपके लिए AI नहीं करेगा. I don't think. And I will also add a bonus point to it. AI sales नहीं करेगा आपके लिए. ये श्योर है. AI sales qualification कर सकता है, आपके लिए उस prospect के बारे में research कर सकता है. बट जब आप बेचोगे तो आप किसी ह्यूमन को बेचोगे, बड़े कंपनीज पर अगर आप एंटरप्राइज सेल्स कर रहे हो. सो गेटिंग इनटू एआई सेल्स माइट बी वन ऑफ द मोस्ट सुपर अंडररेटेड एंड एक्साइटिंग अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू हु आर नॉन टेक्निकल. You learn how AI works and get into companies where you are doing 6 digit, 7 digit AI sales. So you become the consultant. You become the new age AI consultant who's going to enterprises and telling them, I will tell you, you are Bajaj Finance. I will tell you, you have automated your calling. Let's automate your credit scoring by looking at people's score and their balance sheet and accounts. Let's do that for you. Or let's do probably, loan recovery for you by looking at your default sheet and score. So there could be many use cases. So these are the 4 things that I will talk. But economic order को मत भूलिए. आपकी सैलरी खतरे में है, इसलिए आपको भी बताया जा रहा है. और वो खतरे में 2 साल के बाद है. तो आपके पास 2 साल है उस सैलरी को बचाने का. So I just wanted to add some color there.
Sure. I'll go to Dr. Amey for the same question. For our students, what do you think, as Abhishek was talking, he talked about 4 things, I've written it down and concluded. What top 2 things you advise our management students to be going forward leaders?
Okay. As far as the top 2, and only 2 if I were to name, the very first thing I'll say is networking. And that is something that again AI can't replace. Like for instance, how many of you are on LinkedIn, by the way? Sorry, let me put it ulta. How many of you are not on LinkedIn? नहीं, अगर कोई है तो कितनी, how many floors are there sir इस building के? 4. Go to 5th floor and कूदो. There is nothing else left for you. I am on advisory panel to various management schools, and we make sure, sir, that the first year students are not passed until they are active on LinkedIn. You make it as a compulsory norm. Again, I am telling because 83% of last year's freshers got job on LinkedIn. I am not telling means your placement would be amazing, but if they are not on LinkedIn, they are not even eligible. Forget about getting something. So make sure that you have a course on using LinkedIn compulsory. Like for instance, I am being told that you have this one entire week going and various speakers are coming. How many of you are making an effort in connecting with them on LinkedIn? I don't think you would be. And it's not for growing our LinkedIns. All of our LinkedIns are way more better. Point is, just for instance, if one of you do attend this session and put it on LinkedIn, let's say next year, if you are applying for internship or even 2 months down the line, you are applying for internship, or I want one intern in my firm, let's say who's agri background, B school graduate, looking for internship in, let's say around Pune, and has also been aware of AI. How on earth do you think your profile would get shortlisted on LinkedIn if you don't do this? See, it's a very great, very interesting proverb in English: when you are in Rome, do as the Romans do. We are in era of AI, whether you like it or not, so behave like one. Right? So very first thing, AI can't do networking for you, so please, humble request, get connected with, first of all of you. Second, your college is making a great effort in calling people like us, and obviously to put some sore on that, we all are coming here based on your own fees only. Your college, we are not doing charity. We are taking money for here, and you only, and that money is coming from your fees only. So उतना तो ध्यान रखो, और कम से कम जो लोग आपके कॉलेज में आ रहे हैं, not only in this week, but I know that ASM invites so many people throughout the semester. So get in touch with all of them. Be in touch with them, because AI will not do that for you. A. Second thing, एक 5 साल पहले अगर कोई भी बंदा अगर मुझे बोलता ना कि मुझे एक्सेल आता है, So I would, or anyone, and all the faculties would also agree, and even all of you would agree, we would have looked at that person in awe. अरे इसको excel आता है? एक 5 साल, I'm not saying more. आज देखोगे क्या? ना? आज अगर मुझे कोई बोलेगा इंटरव्यू में मुझे एक्सेल आता है, मैं बोलता हूँ अरे नहीं आता है तो बोल, इसमें आने वाली क्या बात है? Same way, next couple of years, your prompt engineering is your next Excel. It is as common as that. Trust me, जो मुंबई लोकल में भी आज जो बंदा गाना गा के पैसे मांगता है ना, वो भी जो यूपीआई पे पैसे लेता है. आई एम नॉट टेलिंग इट एज अ जोक, आई एम टेलिंग यू कि वो भी अपग्रेड हुआ. When will you? एक थोड़ा सा फिलोसॉफी, आई नो इट्स नॉट अ क्लास ऑफ दैट, बट क्या होता है ना, अगर एक आईफोन 17 या 18 आ गया ना, हम लोग रात भर खड़े होंगे वो फोन अपडेट या अपग्रेड करने के लिए, क्योंकि वो अपग्रेड करना है ना, हमें रात भर लाइन में रहेंगे. आप सबके मोबाइल में एक 10, 20, 50 ऐप्स है जो आपको पूछे बिना वाईफाई पे कनेक्ट होके अपने आप अपडेट होते हैं. Now just put your hand on your heart and ask yourself, ये हार्डवेयर लास्ट टाइम अपडेट और अपग्रेड कब किया? When was the last time I upgraded this hardware? And trust me, if the answer is not 2 days, you are already a dinosaur. And that's the reality. अगर आपको लग रहा है हम लोग आपको डरा रहे हैं, so be it. That's the realistic world outside. It's just as early as you accept it. So for me, these two are two things: networking and prompt engineering.
Thank you. Mr. Arun, being into financial work, because there are a lot of financial students also, those who want to pursue their career, come up into finance. What is your advice that they should be immediately vouched for, or should be careful right now, because that is going to impact them in next 1 to 2 years?
Look, first of all, before answering this question, this is a very good question relevant to all the students sitting here. If you all play cricket, what was extraordinary done by a spinner which got him recognition? It was दूसरा. Leg spin हर कोई करता है, off spin हर कोई करता है, तो दूसरा किसने किया था? He was thought कि इसने कुछ creativity की. So that is what way of my answering the question is कि भैया आप leg spin और off spin आप करते हो, लेकिन जो दूसरा का innovation करेगा, that is more important. So in financial industry, telecalling, like sir said कि telecalling करके वो 30,000 की जॉब है, वो नहीं मिलेगी. The basic is not going to help you. You have to think out of the box. You have to create your own relevance. Excel सर ने बोला, so Excel is now outgone. Excel से एनालिसिस क्या निकाला, कैसे निकाला, क्यों निकाला, और वो रेलेवेंट है कि नहीं, दैट इज व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड. लाइक सर सेड कि वो विलियम शेक्सपियर ने किया था, तो एक्सेल का एआई रिजल्ट तो दे देगा. इज इट जेन्युइन? आर यू एबल टू जज दैट? दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. And it is happening in the what do we say, that meeting room which happens in our MD's cabin. हम भी AI से रिजल्ट लेके जाते हैं, हम भी डेटा एनालिसिस से लेके जाते हैं. That guy sitting there discusses, is it right what AI is telling us? इस सिटी में, इस जगह पे मेरा उस ईयर में ये काम किया था, इसका रिजल्ट डिफरेंट आया था. So that is what is required. How will you learn that? You will learn that by getting in those case studies. How to get in those case studies is reading, learning. That is what AI can tell you also. So AI, if you will use to upgrade yourself, it is going to help you out. Like I said earlier also, the smartphone is made by human. So human like you and me. But the phone is getting smarter. The person who is using that phone is getting idiot. So it is your choice. You want to get smarter and learn, or become an idiot. By the way, the brighter side I am telling you is, if you will see how many more jobs are getting created, you can see the data by AI and where those are getting created. At financial services, we are going to hire double the people, but not at operations level, not at telecallers level. We want to hire people at sales level who can convince the customer and who know which product is going to sell to which customer, and we are making those students who join us learn through AI how to use AI. But for that, we will require students who are using already AI. So now when you are sitting in an interview, you will get these questions. I am asking these questions because I don't have time. The company does not have time now to. When I joined as an MBA from an MBA institute, I was given 1 year time as a management trainee in 2001. When I first went to the campus interview around 2010, 3 months was the time given to the management training. Now it is 7 days only. You have to get result after 7 days. So imagine the things are getting on. And we are working on that, how to make the person useful from the first minute. The person who was joined yesterday in my company, today he is on to sales. He has got data through AI. These are the probable places where there would be visits by the customer. You have, and this is your product. These are your features. Go and get that customer convinced. So this is how to use AI, how to become, upgraded, and how to become useful for the company. So now the companies are not going to pay you for learning. They are going to pay you for being productive. That is the only change. So 7.5 lakh engineers nikalte the, now 7.5 lakh engineers are useful. Where at Europe we were discussing, but who know how to use the robotic arm, how to weld. Not to weld it physically, because physically he can weld only one thing at that time. But a robotic arm can be used to make more efficient, more productive. Last but not the least, I started my job in a FMCG company, which was into beverages, right? That time manual pura kaam hota tha. Now can you imagine how many people are required to run that soft drink and that comes to you packed? How many people can you guess? Only one person can run that factory through automation. That is the way AI and robotics are getting into these things. Only one person who operates and who checks the raw material has arrived and uses getting out. But that one person, if you want to be, you should know the systems from starting to last. Last but not the least, only all-rounders are required now in cricket. If you are a wicket keeper, nobody will give you a dab. If you are not batting, you will sit outside like a Sanju Samson. And in Ishan Kishan will replace you, who is doing batting also, who is doing wicket keeping also. And if you are a leg spinner, you need to be like Akshar Patel, who can hit sixes also. So all-rounders are required with AI in financial sector. Please learn AI for the benefit of yours, for the benefit of the company, and be productive. That is what people are required now.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you. Dr. Shubhangi, now I'll come to you. I know you have a session next to this, but what quickly you want to suggest कि ऐसे क्या skills हैं when it comes to agri sector that हमारे young generation और young team और young working force को पता हो?
The most important part, जैसे कि हम लोग जब आप पास आउट होके अब आप बाहर निकलोगे, that time first question रहता है कि कहाँ पे जाना है, कौन से path पे चलना है. That time we are very confused कि कहाँ पे कैसे काम करना पड़ता है. But starting यही से होती है कि आपको ऐसे MDO आपको जॉब मिल जाए, ऐसे आपको सेल्स ट्रेनिंग जॉब मिल जाए. तो सेल इज नॉट एन इजी टास्क, इट्स अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट टास्क. एक्चुअली सेल मतलब कि अभी मार्केट में इतने एग्रीकल्चर कंपनीज हो गई है, मतलब कि अभी MNC कंपनी सिंजेंटा बायर ड्यूपॉन्ट BSF ऑल्सो, मतलब उनका भी जो भी कुछ रेट था रेन्यूएशन का, तो वो भी रेट उनका रेवेन्यू का कुछ नीचे आ गया है. सो बिकॉज ऑफ द लोकल कंपनीज भी बहुत बढ़ गई है. सो मेरा प्रोडक्ट बेस्ट है, बेटर है, ये बताने के लिए आपके पास नॉलेज चाहिए. सो फॉर एग्जांपल नाउ इट इज इन अ मार्केट बायोस्टिमुलेंट प्रोडक्ट. बायोस्टिमुलेंट का बहुत बड़ा बोलबाला चल रहा है मार्केट में. So what is a biostimulant? What is the use of biostimulant in agriculture? अभी लोग सिर्फ इतना ही बोल रहे हैं कि बायोस्टिमुलेंट इज इक्वल टू इंक्रीज द यील्ड, बट इज इट ट्रू? एक्चुअली बायोस्टिमुलेंट कब देना चाहिए, उसकी नेसेसरी क्या हो सकती है, कब देना चाहिए, उसके मतलब ड्रॉबैक्स क्या है, ये सारी चीज़ें जब आपको पता होती है, जब आप आपका प्रोडक्ट पेनिट्रेट करने के लिए नीचे जाते हो, नीचे काम करते हो, दैट टाइम योर नॉलेज इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट। जैसे कि मैंने भी बोला कि जब मैं खुद मैं जब पढ़ती थी तो एन नंबर्स ऑफ बुक्स मुझे पढ़ने पड़ते थे, एक कुछ डेफिनेशन निकालने के लिए मुझे 2 बुक्स मतलब रीड करने पड़ते थे, आफ्टर दैट आई गॉट दैट पर्टिकुलर डेफिनेशन। बट नाउ विद द हेल्प ऑफ द जीपीटी चैट या फिर हम लोग एआई का यूज करके वो डेफिनेशन हमें इमीडिएटली विद इन द फ्रैक्शन हमें मिल जाती है। सो ये एडवांटेज जो है, ये एडवांटेज आप लेके आप काम कर सकते हो। मतलब सबका अपना कुछ ना कुछ मोटो रहता है कि मुझे आगे जाके क्या करना है। तो वो जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल मुझे दिल्ली जाना है, तो दिल्ली जाने के लिए मेरे पास मैं थ्रू एयर जा सकती हूँ, फ्लाइट के थ्रू जा सकती हूँ, थ्रू ट्रेन जा सकती हूँ, ट्रेन में भी वंदे भारत में शताब्दी है, मुझे क्या चूज करना है या लोकल में जाना है, क्या करना है। बट जाना कहाँ पे है मुझे जाना है दिल्ली। तो दिल्ली जाने के लिए फिर वो आपको चूज करना है कि भाया आप कैसे जाओगे। अगर सपोज आप एयर से जाओगे तो फ्लाइट की टिकट ज़्यादा है, उतना मैं कर पाऊंगा क्या, तो उसके लिए मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ। तो ये सारी चीज़ें जो है, ये सारी चीज़ें तो आपको सोचनी है और उसका सपोर्ट आप एआई थ्रू ले सकते हो। तो ये वाला जो है ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है। मतलब अभी सर ने भी बोला कि जैसे कि खेती करनी है, मतलब आई वांट टू बिकम अ फार्मर, मतलब नाउ फ्रॉम द लास्ट 4 to 5 years मतलब मैं सब छोड़ के सिर्फ मैं फार्मिंग पे बहुत ज़्यादा कॉन्सेंट्रेट कर रही हूँ। बिकॉज आई नो कि जब मैं जैसे होता है ना, सब लोग बोलते हैं कि पहले खुद करो फिर बाद में दूसरों को बताओ। सो लाइक दैट अगर खुद की फार्मिंग एआई का यूज करके, जैसे कि प्रिडिक्शन है, अगर सपोज ग्लोबल, जैसे कि अभी सबको पता है कि ग्लोबल वार्मिंग चल रही है, तो एनवायरमेंट में बहुत ज़्यादा चेंजेस हो रहे हैं, सडनली चेंजेस हो रहे हैं और ये चेंजेस इम्पैक्ट कर रहे हैं हमारी क्रॉप को। सो विद द हेल्प ऑफ वेदर स्टेशन, विद द विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस काइंड ऑफ द टूल्स हम हमारी खेती कैसे प्रॉपर कर सकते हैं। तो वो सब मुझे पहले खुद को दिखाना है, खुद को मतलब लोगों को थोड़ा सा उस तरफ अट्रैक्ट करना है, एंड आफ्टर दैट मैं बोल सकती हूँ कि नहीं, दिस इज द यूज ऑफ विद द हेल्प ऑफ एआई, मैंने ये किया है एंड ये हैपन, ये होता है और इससे ये जो बेनिफिट है, ये बेनिफिट आपको मिलता है। तो ये करते टाइम पे आपको बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब एग्रीकल्चर में बहुत ज़्यादा स्कोप है। आप कंसल्टिंग कर सकते हो। कंसल्टिंग में जैसे कि अगर आपको नॉट नेसेसरी कि हफ्ते में 3 बार उसके प्लॉट पे जाओ या क्या करो, तो उसके लिए आप स्मार्ट वे से आप उसको कंसल्टिंग कर सकते हो। उसमें आप थ्रू द विद द हेल्प ऑफ एआई यूज करके आप उसको कंसल्टिंग कर सकते हो। अदर दैन जितने भी न्यू स्टार्टअप कंपनीज है, उन न्यू स्टार्टअप कंपनीज को आप एज ए कंसल्टिंग में वहाँ पे भी आप सपोर्ट कर सकते हो। तो वहाँ पे सपोर्ट करते टाइम पे जहाँ पे जैसे ट्रेनिंग सेशंस रहते हैं, वहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग सेशंस भी आप वहाँ पे आप जाके दे सकते हो। सो ये नंबर्स ऑफ चीज़ें हैं जहाँ पे आप काम कर सकते हो। रिसर्च में भी आप काम कर सकते हो। रिसर्च में अगर आपको इंटरेस्ट है तो रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट थ्रू आउट द पुणे एरिया में बहुत है। ग्रेप्स रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट है, पोमोग्रेनेट का है, ओनियन गार्लिक है, ओबायोटिक फ्रेश मैनेजमेंट का रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट है। तो एन नंबर्स ऑफ रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट तो विद इन द पुणे रीजन में ही है बहुत सारे। सो एन नंबर्स ऑफ चीज़ें हैं जो आप कर सकते हो, बट वही है कि आपका फोकस, आपका एम क्या है, आपको कहाँ पे पहुँचना है। वहाँ पे पहुँचने के लिए आपको एआई की सपोर्ट के थ्रू आप वहाँ पे प्रॉपर पहुँच सकते हो।
थैंक यू मैम। इट वाज अ वेरी मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा बहुत डीप, वेरी इंसाइटफुल इंफॉर्मेशन दिया आपने। नाउ आई विल ट्राई टू कंक्लूड। आई वाज राइटिंग डाउन व्हेन वी वर टॉकिंग, सो आई फिगर्ड आउट हम सब एक्चुअली 3 चीजों की बात कर रहे हैं। एक, क्यूरियोसिटी माइंडसेट, you should be very very curious and ready to adopt what is happening. दूसरा, hard work, which is very much required. Third, must focus on domain knowledge. Fifth, judgmental. So you need to be taking your judgments very cautiously whenever you are taking any decisions or any information out of these such platforms. और बहुत हर पैनलिस्ट एक ही टॉपिक पे बहुत इम्फसाइज कर रहे थे, बी इनोवेटिव, whatever you are doing, be innovative. By these few keywords, I'll close this session. Thank you all the panelists from behalf of a student. It was a very interesting session and very very good insight for all our management students. Thank you so much. check. Please raise your hand if you have any questions, or we will move into the next session. Anyone have any questions? Please raise your hands. Please go ahead. जोर से बोलो, बोलो जोर से।
क्वेश्चन किसके लिए वो भी
हाँ, क्वेश्चन पूछोगे तो ज़्यादा
डायरेक्ट।
सर मेरी स्ट्रीम फाइनेंस है, तो हेलो, हाँ, तो सर मेरी स्ट्रीम फाइनेंस है, आपसे सर पूछ रहा हूँ लाइक, तो मैं एआई टूल्स के बारे में जानना चाहता हूँ जो आगे जाके काम में आएंगे लाइक।
AI tools as such, what we are using is in-house built tools. So in-house built tool को आपको access नहीं मिलेगा. You have to use, अगर मैं personal use करता हूँ, like ma'am said, agriculture में भी how to go forward. At your level, I would first search कि मेरे को क्या jobs create होगी आगे. So I told you like that. If you are thinking कि आप sitting job करोगे, now that is not going to happen in financial industry. Either it will be a sales job, or it will be analysis job, or a risk job, right? So sales job is not going to India में खत्म नहीं होने वाला है, world over खत्म नहीं होने वाला है. Whatever the product is there, somebody has to go and sell it, somebody has to go and deliver it. So the sales में how to use, so you need to know the tools, how to find your customer. So customer आपका product क्या है उसमें detail में जाना पड़ेगा, which your MBA will help you. And the second job I told you, analysis, data analysis. So every company will use its own tool, financial company, because data privacy is what we have to act on. So data privacy अगर मैं बाहर वाले किसी third party tool में देता हूँ, that is not allowed at the government level till now. We have we have to be very cautious for every small गलती now. The minimum fine being applied by RBI is 5 lakh. And if that fine is applied, the person sitting who has to prevent that, तो उसकी job जाती है financial industry में. So AI tools मैं आपको नहीं बता पाऊंगा, but yes, I personally use ChatGPT, Perplexity, all these to do data analysis, to read reports. So you should rather, अगर आप financial job करना चाहते हो तो sales is going to be there. First of all, you have to sell yourself to the company. So learn करना पड़ेगा आपको, and you need to decide. Like I told you, you have to be all rounder. So you have to decide whether you want to be into assets, you want to be on the liability side, what do you like. Job should be done in which you are passionate. So आप passionate किस में हैं? Wealth management में हैं, investment में हैं. The financial industry is vast. I accidentally landed into this home loans, and मनोज कुमार की एक मूवी आती थी रोटी कपड़ा और मकान. So agriculture is going to be there forever. कपड़ा आपको पहनना पड़ेगा, आप छत के नीचे रहना पड़ेगा, खाना खाने के लिए कपड़े चेंज कर लिए. तो होम लोन मैंने चूज किया बाय एक्सीडेंट. एंड होम लोन्स इंडिया में 90% लोग एक ही बार घर खरीदते हैं. सो वेयर AI is not beating me is I am learning the legality, the technicality of जैसे मैम सॉइल की बात कर रही है तो प्रॉपर्टी में प्रॉपर्टी पेपर्स, सो AI बीट नहीं कर पा रही है. एंड आफ्टर गेटिंग एक्सपीरियंस, द LLBs जो वकील है उनको इतनी नॉलेज नहीं है जितना प्रॉपर्टी का नॉलेज मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ. बट नोबडी इज आस्किंग मी टू टेक दिस नॉलेज. आई कीप ऑन रीडिंग इट through this ChatGPT only, through this Perplexity. I don't waste my time on Instagram on watching reels कि वो रणबीर सिंह क्या कर रहा है या रणबीर कपूर क्या कर रहा है. On the lighter side, so that is your passion. आप फाइनेंस इंडस्ट्री में जिस चीज में जाना चाहते हैं, तो I keep on learning these things because somebody younger like you is standing there who wants to learn more than me, so I have to upgrade myself. So I am connected through Wi-Fi to upgrade myself, like my phone is. So this is what my advice is. आपको पैशन है जिसमें फाइनेंशियल इंडस्ट्री में, उसके बारे में पढ़िए. And judgment, like sir said, jobs are there going to be judgment. I told you my MD, he does not, he uses AI, but end of the day judgment. And how good your judgment is. If you will get a fine to the company, you will be fired. If you will prevent that, fine, and if you will be productive, if you will be profitable, you will grow. सेल्स का जॉब रहने वाला है, रिस्क का जॉब रहने वाला है, जो दिमाग यूज करेगा उसका जॉब रहने वाला है, लेबर जॉब जाने वाला है.
So there is a session that I'm going to take about like tools that a B school student can use to, you know, in your management space during the college for next 2 years and beyond that. So there will be a separate session on that. But I agree to him. Tools are horizontal. Solving what problem you want to do, that is very, very important. And it will start with you articulating that. So for example, in finance, you want to learn about mergers and acquisitions. M&A, for example, that's the field, right? So go and learn about what are the top 50 M&As that have happened in India. Swiggy, Zomato mein kya hua tha? When Swiggy, Zomato listed, now Swiggy's revenue in Zomato is more than Zomato's revenue. What happened? What's the stock market trading happening? How is the last 24 months stock has traded? Why Paytm has surged now? Whatever, like so. SME IPO, brilliant. Like today at 50 crore revenue, 8 crore PAT, you can go and list on, you know, SME IPO, even lower. So the choice of M&A, that's what Sir is saying, that you have to decide. And then a tool will help you go deeper into it. But if you are, like young people are generally interested in tools, right? So there is a session for tools also which I'll talk about, so happy to share that.
Just add on, if you would, if you follow Piyush Bansal, he has said this very good line. If you can solve one human problem and you can build a tool around it, he built that lens card, right? तो उसने human problem solve की, चश्मा, उसका eyesight, and now it's a big business. So innovation, that is what again AI है. आपको अपना passion follow करना है और उसको ऐसे follow करना है, you should solve some human problem. So financial industry also like this. Everybody wants to earn money, everybody wants money to earn more money. So आप कैसे उसकी वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करके कुछ ऐसी चीज बना सकते हैं which some, if you want to take it as a job, which you can solve, which can make a profitable model for the company. And if you want to start your own, like our Prime Minister is now encouraging, why to get employed, create employment. So make something so beneficial for a strata of people, for a niche of people. India mein population is 140 crore. If you ask me, her product can be sold, you just need to find the niche of people. We have people 0 to 8 lakh में 0 से नीचे की भी ITR file करते हैं. So you need to just solve some human problem in financial industry, and it should be there is enough population available where you can earn. That is what. So follow the passion and just keep on learning.
Any other questions? Okay, let's move on to the next stage then.
I have a question.
Oh, you have.
I want to know that what type of challenges you are facing in all of your own fields to implement the AI. I am asking this question because if we are able to solve these problems, we are hired.
I think I'll talk about from a tech company perspective, right? I think support, like answering questions on Teams. So we have near about 430 customers, and these are admission teams. So they ask questions on a daily basis. How do I do this? How do I do that? So we used to have chatbot. Now, most of these things, and the challenge was that how do you remove this hands-on support to an AI-based support, right? And you would not believe this problem my existing guys in my company, I'm on record, I'm like a bit wary on that. All the experienced guys who are here with me for the last 6 years, they were not able to solve. A new guy who we hired, who was an engineer, he was not also an implementation guy. That engineer with 2 years of experience from Amey University, he came and he said that I am going to take this project. And now near about 40% of our queries are answered by AI, which my customer does not know. And by the way, he did that also on WhatsApp. So he built a thin client on WhatsApp. So we built a small LLM, took from Llama and trained the data, and now it's working on that. So उनको लगता है कि So we call it Jaya, right? तो सब लोग लगता है Jaya करके तो बहुत अच्छी बंदी है जो आंसर दे रही है. But Jaya is basically our own support bot that is answering that question, and we have trained it to behave like a a woman female counselor. तो उसको आप instructions दे सकते हो जब बनाते हो क्या persona लेगा. So I think support was a big challenge, and it's a big challenge for every tech company. Second big challenge for us is definitely outbound calling. So we used to have a big marketing. So our marketing team, so when we were at 1 million in revenue, we used to have 15 people in my marketing team. At close to like maybe 3 times that, we have 2 people. And that one person, and out of the two people, one is me. I have only one graphics guy who can do design, and he also is saying that probably यार nano banana से काफी कुछ कर सकते हैं अभिषेक. So I am training him. I am asking him to train to how you use nano banana for non-copyright images, because you can't do that, right? So I am training my graphics guy in legality, because graphics he is doing very well, and he's also become a video guy because he's shooting videos for customers. So I am writing content and copy, and by the way, I am not writing content and copy. My content and copy is being written in a separate machine, okay, on Cloud. I'm just giving and reviewing instructions, right? I have my copywriter, content writer, all are gone. Only performance marketer is there, जो Google AdWords run कर रहा है, of course, right? So PPC guy is there, who's running ads, and the graphics guy is there. Rest are all gone, and where they have gone in sales. So now the marketing lady is one of my top sales performers. She's selling AI. And she's another very important thing that challenges, right? She does not come from a sales background. She was an Indigo air hostess who learned digital marketing, came back here, and she's beating all my SaaS sales guys left, right, and center. So that's another challenge, that how do you help and train people to do AI selling? AI selling is a consultative value selling. It's not that ये फीचर ले लो तो ये हो जाएगा. No, आपका आउटकम है, आपको रिकवरी लोन 2000 करोड़ होना चाहिए. वो मैं कैसे करके आपको दे सकता हूँ? So if you could convince somebody that's the second challenge. And third challenge, I would say, is my own challenge, which I'm solving, is that as a CEO, we used to have founder's office, or what we call E and things like that. Now AI is my founder's office, right? I write my LinkedIn post, but my posts are posted automatically by Cloud with a signaling, and so a lot of things that I used to do, apart from reading balance sheet, looking at MIS, that also I use AI to do. So I would say to all of you is that one of the best ways to learn AI for you entry level is to work with a founder or work with a leader, right, in his office, and see how he's using AI in that domain, and just like an apprenticeship, shadow him, and you'll get to know many things. So that's also a challenge for me, because I used to have 2 people in founder's office, one finance guy, one admin guy. Both are replaced by calendar automation and cloud code basically. And I'm thinking that we were 110 people, Sujit, when we were like close to 2 million. Now we are 68 people. I think we'll end up becoming close to 45 people, which is good for me and my board, because my revenue per employee is higher. I will be able to reward more people, and there will be less middle management, because middle management is dead in the first place, because there is no people. So who will manage? So I think that's another challenge for a founder that I'm trying to solve, that मेरा बाकी जो काम है, except for thinking and judgment and reviewing, right, as an editor, वो कैसे मैं completely AI के साथ automate कर सकता हूँ. So I think 3 challenges across support, sales, and managing your own time, as a founder. I would say इन तीनों में अगर आप help कर सकते हो हमारी, okay, bring better suggestions, then you are hired. I'll hire you right away.
Thank you.
He's answered.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of ASM AI Fest 2026, I extend my sincere gratitude to our esteemed panelists, Dr. Amey Pangarkar, Mr. Arun Arora, Mr. Abhishek Ballabh, and Dr. Shubhangi Narkar for their valuable insights on AI across digital marketing, financial services, EdTech, and agriculture. We also thank you, our moderator Sujit sir, for guiding and encouraging an interactive discussion. The session was truly insightful and enriching for everyone here present. Thank you all for being with us today at ASM AFS 2026.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I think there is some help that
I want all MBA students to be sitting here.